So today I'm going to be talking to you all about PMS and periods, lovely. How our periods also show a lot about what's going on with our hormones underneath the surface. So PMS nowadays is seen as the norm. So many women tend to suffer with either breast tenderness, irritability, constipation, bloating, stubborn weight gain or loss. So many different symptoms. It's just seen as the norm, and now it's not even questioned. When I was researching this, actually, I did come across a little fact, or I think it's a fact, that Japanese women are actually allowed 3 days off a month, when their periods are due, which I don't know, to me seems absolutely ridiculous. But apparently it's the norm over there, because if they have really bad periods, they kind of get let off for 3 days of a month to sort themselves out and then get back to work. So I know plenty of women that would love that over here, but you know, that just shouldn't be happening, and we just shouldn't need that much time to recover. A period should be able to come and go, and it shouldn't be seen as this huge deal. It should be part of a natural cycle. So what we're going to do is look at our periods, and I'm going to show you or tell you about the different colours and textures that we should be having with our periods, and it will just show you any health issues or benefits by having different types of periods each month. So the first one we're looking at is heavy periods and also clotting. So that can tell us that there's some sort of estrogen dominance going on. So there's too much estrogen compared to progesterone. So we need to get that back in balance. So lots of phytoestrogen rich foods, so flax seeds or linseeds, however you know them to be called. Getting them in smoothies is a great idea, or adding them onto porridge. Also getting in hummus and chickpeas and lentils. These are going to be great detoxifiers of estrogen. So getting them into your body will be brilliant. The second one that we need to look at is also when you're that friend who always has a light period and doesn't really get affected by their period. Again, that's also not the best period to be having. That also shows that the body's not producing enough estrogen, and this can be detrimental, especially post-menopausal, because we need estrogen to be a cardiovascular for cardiovascular support, and also to protect our bone density once we've gone through menopause, as through menopause our estrogen levels naturally decline. So we need to be making sure that we've got good resources and that our body naturally makes its good levels of estrogen itself. Fertility wise as well, it's actually hard. It can make it a lot harder for the embryo to successfully implant itself. So fertility wise, there may be some issues when hormones are not in balance. Thirdly, we're looking where the colour is a little bit darker. It looks more like a prune juice type colour, and again, this is showing that the hormones are fluctuating. So is it that you're going through menopause, or you're going up into the premenopausal stage, or are you going through menopause too early? It's showing that there's low progesterone levels within the body, and again, this can negatively affect for fertility purposes. So talking to your gynecologist about that is really important, and tell her that you're getting really dark blood when you're having your periods. Lastly, we want to make sure that we're having really red and bright coloured blood whilst we're having our period. This is a perfect period, so no big clots in there, just bright red blood. And that's when we know that our hormones are in balance, our estrogen to progesterone levels are in balance, and that's when we're having a nice healthy period. I hope that helps you. Any questions, just pop them below.